Hey, what's up? This is Max from Splice, and today I'm going to show you how to recreate the iconic 808 sound from Kanye West's Love Lockdown, which sounds something like this.
I'm not loving you way I wanted to.
Man, it's absolutely beautiful. I had a lot of fun recreating this, and what I'm going to do is actually make the sound in Punchbox first, and then export it using Punchbox's export function, load it back up into another version or another instance of Punchbox. That way I can resample it. The reason why I'm doing that is because if you can hear it, the highs and the distortion actually sounded to me like they were being pitch shifted. So listen again and listen for the highs especially. It sounded to me as though the high distorted parts were being resampled. So I'm going to show you how I made those and then resampled it. So let's start off with how we make the sound. All right, so I actually did this just by tweaking a preset. And here I just have, one kick per bar. So I started off by tweaking just actually the initial preset. Obviously, we're going to want 808. We're going to turn velocity and key track on. Cool. I'm going to put the level all the way up and the tone all the way down. We want a long decay because it's a really long thing, and we're also going to be resampling it. Man, that's nice. Okay, that sounds pretty good so far. Let's adjust some of the volume of the top information. So we don't need so much of that. We want a nice clean sound. Now we're getting there. Okay, fantastic. So instead of distortion here, we're actually going to apply some bit crushing, and I'm going to turn this equalizer off as well. Okay, we're going to put the bit crush on, and we're going to quantize it down to 10 bits. And as you hear as I do that, that's when we start getting that super nice grainy distortion that we hear in the top end of Love Lockdown. So we're going to resample that. And I'm also just going to hit it with a tiny bit of limiting. Okay, that sounds good. So now I'm going to export this, and you see Punchbox will generate a WAV file for me. Since we're going to be resampling it, actually I guess I can do it at a little bit higher bit depth and a little higher sample rate. Why not, right? Okay, so let's save this as right onto my desktop there. I could be a little more organized with that, but since I'm a total slob, I'm not going to bother. Let's go into another instance of Punchbox here. Great. And I've already loaded up an initialized preset. So let's go ahead and load the sample. I'm going to go to Browse here. Whoops. So now we have our kick in this. We're going to need to put key track on, and we're also going to tune the kick. Okay, I want that initial hit to be a C sharp, so let's move the pitch. Okay. Sounding good, and you see we're already getting pretty close there. I'm going to increase the attack a tiny bit. I want to get rid of all of that nice punch. Okay, I like that. And we want to definitely keep a lot of this high information. Normally we might be a little bit more willing to cut the frequency here, but I don't think we really need to do that because we lose that nice bit crushed distortion. It's also track velocity. Man, I'm really liking the way that sounds, but I do want to just get some of that nice crunchy distortion that we hear in the sample. I'm going to put that we mix down after FX1. That way we'll apply the distortion after the mix down. So let's turn the distortion plugin on. And you hear in the attack of the Love Lockdown kick, we get some of that sound. But not too much. So we're gonna definitely need to turn this dry wet down. That might be just a little bit too much. Oh yeah, that sounds crunchy. This is one thing that I really like to do when designing sounds in Punchbox, is keep the effects up all the way and then turn them down. Otherwise it can be a little bit subtle to hear what you're actually doing. And we don't necessarily need it to start distorting at that low. Okay, definitely sounding good to me now. Let's do a tiny bit of EQ. Maybe a little more of this FX too. We can use a little more attack too. Okay, and I'm pretty happy with the way that that's sounding.
I'm not loving you way I want. Run from you, I'm in love with you, but the vibe.
And that's how you make the kick from Love Lockdown in Punchbox.
So you never know, never know, never know.